welcome to a new video. This video is about the current mood Painters Toolbox, and I like to show you some details, what's going on with all those products and what you can do. Just check out here the previews. We have here the free color swatches, and then we have the painting tools, the pattern brush tools. We have 3 packs of different styles. We have the pattern styles, the crackle textures, and the fine art textures. Plus we have here vintage paper transparent styles. And I'm gonna show you in the video how you can use them and what you can create out of them. First of all, I'm going into the current mood solid papers and open there one to have a basic pattern for my background. And I already loaded the tools. I'm working with a Wacom board and a pen, so this is what I always recommend if you use my dynamic brush tools. You can also use them with the mouse, but the result isn't as satisfying or feeling natural to paint like you do it with the Wacom board. Okay, here we go. So let's get started. First of all, I have loaded already the paint tools. Also the word arts are loaded here, maybe we can need them. And then we have the pattern brush tools. So let's go through those paint tools, and we start with the heavy grunge flower here. And I have my swatches here also loaded, so I have the coordinating colors to the kit. And this is what you can do. You can paint over here and make some watercolor mask, or only paint, which you can later use as a mask or leave it as it is. What also can do something nice is when you change here before you start to paint, maybe to multiply or use color burn or color dodge or whatever you like to. Overlay is also something nice. So when you have already something painted and you use overlay, the colors, how it says, overlays. So you get a nice effect with that. This is how it can look. And let's choose something else. We use that one. We have here a little bit more text in it. It's an old newspaper what I've added here. And also here you get nice big letters. And here we have a little smaller. Also it's an old newspaper, maybe a little bit of orange. And I have as soon as you change the brush, the mode here on top will change back to normal if it's not into the brush included. So that's if you have a brush like this one now, it very covers your already painting. But if you like to have that differently, let's go back and change here again, maybe also again to overlay, and you see the difference. But we can also go to maybe color dodge. Let's see what happens. And you see it totally brightens up that what is behind. What you also can do is color burn, and this is what happened now. It burns, it makes your color much richer and bolder. And it depends also on what color you have just chosen, which you when you paint over. So this is always differently, and it goes back here again to normal, and then when you go here to color burn, you can see what happened here. Let's paint here over and over, and and then we have here some ornaments. Maybe we need here a little bit darker that you can better see it. So this is what you can paint with that. Another ornament that's a little different. And then we have here a third ornament full of ornaments. Maybe we can add here something brighter. So when you go over, you overpaint that. I don't have a direction what I want to do now. I only try to show you now the details of each brush here, that you can see what you get and what you can do, and maybe you already see or have an idea about when you already see this video, what you can do with it. So I'm painting here only randomly around. Maybe now it's really full, so you can't much see. And I see I painted just directly on my solid paper, which I shouldn't do actually. That's why I go back. Okay, I'm back here with a new layer, and I'm just painting over it here. We have here a watercolor a little bit, and texture, and of course you can use all those painted things here, painted elements as a mask. So let's go into in my folder with the photos. Pick one. Let's see what we can use. That one. Copy, and we paste that in. Assume that. So okay, I have that now placed on top of this already painted well, mask it is right now, and then we clip that in, and this is how it can look. So it really nice blends with now with the solid paper in the background and the mask, and on top of it clipped the photo. So if you're not happy with your mask, you still can paint. You can go on the layer 1 here, how it's called, and then start to paint further. We have here those cracked watercolor, and we have here brick wall watercolor, which isn't here now much to see, but it depends always on your photo, what you have, and how much texture a photo does have. Let's try something with maybe that's all too much texture. Maybe that one. Copy, paste, and let's zoom, and we clip that. And now you can see here on here this cracked wall better, because the image itself is very it doesn't have much texture. I'm going now to the layer, and delete what I have already painted, so that's why you don't see anything anymore. And when I start again to paint, the image itself shows up, and when you now zoom in, you can see this brick wall effect. So This is how it looks. And now you can slowly see the mountains here from the image. And let's change here maybe to cracked watercolor here and paint that over and over and here and here, so the image slowly shows up for you. This brick wall is a little much more heavier, so when you go now over, you have a more contrast with that one. Okay, so this is the brick wall, and firstly we used the brick wall watercolor, and now we use the brick wall. So in combined together, it looks, you get more depth and more details of your photos. And now we have used here the cloudy blender, and when we go now over that one, over that brick wall, you can see that with this brush tool, the clouds looks like they come up or come out of your image, because the brush itself is very cloudy. And now you have this cloudy effect with the clouds of your image and behind those brick walls. So this combination can look very cool if you like it, and if you think it's not that what you want, that's not a problem. Just change the brush and paint over so that you can't see anymore those brick wall effect. Now we have a little bit of more watercolor, and maybe we can watercolor cracks here on the bottom. So we go and hide this brick wall again, and now the image itself looks up more and more. I have here also added a pen again. So if you like to make it a little bit more artsy, you start to wildly really make big circles or waves or a loop or anything like that with that paint. And so you get that. Also, you can do that on top with that pen. A new layer. It shouldn't be clipped, so it's very on top. And this is what you can do. But we can also follow the lines of the mountain and do something like that. And what we also can do then now is here place a little bit black edge here. And so we start to frame the mountain image. And we still don't use any color from the collection. If you want now start to use the some colors, just pick one of them, which you have in your swatches now. And maybe we should go here with the brown, so that coordinates perfectly with this image. And we paint over here. And also what you can do, you can pick directly from the image itself a color. So holding down the Alt key while you have selected or working with the brush, and holding the Alt key will pop up and show you the pipette tool. With it you can pick any color of your image. You can see it here. As soon as I click here, dab, dab, it picks the color from your image wherever you are. So you can pick here randomly a color and go with it. And here's something else, and here's a little bit darker. And it will give you the illusion that the image floats into a watercolor painting. So this is it. So we have here also we can here pick something else. make here that we have a little bit other touches. And this is what you can do. You really start slowly to add here and there a little bit of color. Don't be afraid to do something wrong. Just dab a little here, a little there, and give yourself a little bit time. And creating such a, well, I say painting isn't done in just one day. You need to give yourself a little bit time to learn to use all those products. I always say that it's so important that you not buy my products and open it and want to create a 20 pages memory book. The Painter's Toolbox are something for well, art therapy, I would say. It's relaxing. Just take your time, open the files, just play around, watch the videos, what you can learn, watch what the girls did from my CT team with all the products, and let yourself inspire. Also, you can ask in the arthology group if we can always help you if you have any questions or anything like that. That's for I created this group. And you see, while I paint here, it slowly start to getting more and more and more floats into each other. And what I always teach in my videos, when you use when you start to digital paint with my Painter's Toolbox, that you start and play with layers, a lot of layers. Better a layer too much than a layer too less, because you can change so much. Let's start here with really some layers over on top. And what you can do if you use a layer and you have the wrong color, yes, but you like the layer, you have the styles, the color styles, you have the if you have ordered the whole Painter's Toolbox, you have here some different styles to use in the image, and look at it, what it changed in your whole image only by clicking on a style. And it can give your image a total different feeling by adding some styles. You can see now here we have here now some purple. I don't think it looks bad. Well, this is too much. The green doesn't look also nice. This one, no, the green, but this is something I really like with the doilies coming up, but also those cracked styles with the cracked paint. That looks also pretty nice. And maybe we need another brush here, maybe that one, and we work out a little bit more details, that they are a little bit more to see here. So those cracked part here and there. So, and we have here those brown. Maybe how does it look with the green? Nope. Also that one looks cool because it looks really like you're looking from a cracked wall or a painted wall into a landscape with a mountain. The pink doesn't work well. The orange is also not that one. The blue, nope. 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 Even I like the structure of this, but the purple doesn't work for that. Okay, so I think we're going back to this cracked paint here, and I think that looks super nice. Okay. Let's open them. We didn't go further with all the paints here. Let's make some details with some ornamental styles here. And maybe we should go now to the transparent, how are they called? Just, I need to check them out because I forgot. Transparent vintage textures. Okay, this is what you can do now. Just add only a bit, don't do too much. What you also can do, change that. Okay, this is how it looks. This is too much going on. I think that those old newspaper paper stuff looks pretty nice. Okay, let's do that one. And let's do another one. And maybe we change here the color to brown. How does, nope. Brighter white, no. I think the brown is nice. Okay. So we start a new layer again, and we have here some like dandelions. I'm just only showing you some ideas what you can do. If you have once the problem when you go through any colors or anything like that, and like I just did, I have selected those edge styles, and then maybe you go to another pattern style and then nothing shows up. That can happen because the edge styles does have the fill to 0, and it keeps it while going to the next pattern with maybe the fill should be at 100%. Don't worry about it. Best is if you have a style that not shows up, go to those strike through styles, which really deletes everything on your layer, and then you can go back to a pattern or anything like that. So this is the best way that if you can't see anything added on your layers. Okay, I think this bit gesso dandelions will work fine. And now we go to the pen, and we also start a new layer, and then let's go and we strike. We make here a dandelion feel. Okay, can go to white, or also add here one of those. So you can change here to wherever, whatever. These are too much, those edge styles. Even when you place them underneath, I think they are too big and too bold. But if you like it, that's also an option. But I think I will go to this white paint here. So we have here a little bit in the corner now this field with dandelions. We have here in the back this depth of the mountains, and we have here surrounded a little bit of those texture with cracked paint and this old newspaper. So let's see what we can add further. The next pack is the pattern brush tools. I think they will now work not that pretty much here and do something nice to our layout, but I want to show you that that's really only for demonstration. You can see here this rig-rag, and also here you can add then the color of that what you like. So you can paint here over, and then we start the next And we have here another rag stuff. Also here, we add here some more color. I paint now a little bit over it on this layer, that you can see what kind of patterns all those brush tools do. So we had here some, is it Pepita called? Don't know. Then we have here little hearts, those are sweet. And then we have here some stripes. And then we have here some, let's go on top, it's like a mosaic. Now I have deleted everything that we can find here on top. That's another mosaic, it's a little bit different. And also here we have the rag, and some dots and swirls and funky. It's a bit of retro style stuff. Also here's some triangles and diagonal stripes. So this is what you get with those pattern brush tools. Okay. I think those stripes can look nice, and maybe we go on the bottom, the last layer, and add here some stripes that going through here, maybe with a different color. What can we do? Okay, that looks nice. It's only a little bit of a detail. Don't overdo it. Now you have some. It's like a modern strike through now, or a modern element. Those straight lines here. Okay. Let's go to the word arts. Maybe we can find a word art brush. And that works here. I got different moods, and we should go to black, and let's place that here on top. So what you can do now is with the mood, it's very harsh, it's very black, and maybe you like to have it in a different color. So also here you can change it with the styles. You can click around, you can use those pattern styles. You also can use the free color styles, or you can try the edge styles, and they look not bad with that brown, but maybe they are a little bit too thick. If you like to change the thickness of this style, just go on here. You can see here in the on the layer, on the edge, on the side, on the right side, you can go to scale effects when you click with the right mouse. Okay, scale effect, and now you can go down and change here the whole style and make it a little bit smaller, maybe to 80%. I think that's enough. And what you can do now is we paint a little bit into this word art. So we go back to our brushes. We close that one, and now we choose here maybe this cloudy blender. It's too big, so we make it way smaller. So this is what you can do, but you can also use something else. Maybe that's too harsh. Watercolor, let's try that one. That's also too big. You really need to go very down with the size. You also can do that here on top. So this is also, so I play now randomly to find the right brush to paint therein. And let's try here. We go to 30 pixels. Maybe that's too small. Oh, just so. So this is what you also can do. That looks like not really nice now, but when you change now here to a different color, or also you can use here different pattern styles, you get a very nice effect. And also that one is pretty nice. Or we use that one. Look at it. It's softly, softly added here a texture. Okay, this is it. This is what you can do. We can paint here in the middle something a little bit. Well, I should have used now a new layer that is now not okay. But it goes here really for demonstration of the whole brush tool set, how it works and how you can combine everything, and how you can pretty nice play, and especially use them as a painting tool. Of course, you also can, if you have ordered different products, or the whole bundle, the whole all-in-one bundle, you can use any other products as well. Maybe we use here a little bit of a frame. I think I like that one. Let's see what happens. Cancel. I don't want that. So, okay. Make it a little bit smaller. Okay. That's not too bad. Maybe a little bit. And also here we can change the whole thing with the styles. Well, if you really want to have now a focus, I think it's not too bad to use here the edge styles. Let's turn that a little bit, that the open will just not touch the S of the word art. So we place that just the way that the edges here from the S don't attach the circle here. So you get now a totally different focus now on the page. So this is now what you have created if you use one of those doodle frames. Let's go into the loops, and what we can, let's use one with the shadow. We drag and drop that, place it on top, and make it way smaller. Okay. Place that maybe here. So, okay, yes, that's nice. And maybe we go to the artsy bits and pieces. If you have that ordered, I don't want to use now a lot of those products because mainly it goes here about the Painter's Toolbox, but also that you can see what you can use here, and that everything from the whole collection will go together and works together. And what you also can do, maybe we open our artsy bits here, and if you have them one and you think you want to use it, but it doesn't fit pretty well now with the colors, but you like to have those dynamic kind of shape, you can place it and then change here with the styles. Again, the artsy bit, make a copy out of it, and then we can place it just on the other side of the page and place it over here. I like to have those little butterfly wings here better to see. We can also make that. Okay, and you can see we create now something like diagonal from the top left corner to the bottom right corner, now something. So that's always good if you have a little bit of a direction in your layouts, because that is what the eye will focus and follow, and this is what a page makes interesting. That is something you learn when you start to learn designing, that you always the eye likes to be taught what it should see, and it needs always a kind of connection if you create something, so that you don't have too much between what disturbs the line you follow with your eyes. So that's why I think those dandelions, they disturb me now a little bit, because they maybe I just think if I should delete them. Maybe. Well, I said, look at it, that's much better. Even they really look nicely, but when you turn them off, the focus goes totally now into the middle, and I think that's much better. So this is how digital painting works. You always can turn off, turn on layers. You can change the layers into different colors. You can keep a layout and use it with another collection, and use it with a totally different styles. So if you like a layout you have painted, always keep the PSD files. Maybe you like to use it with a different collection and with different styles later. So that's also something that always is pretty good to know. Okay, let's see if we can use here something else. I don't think. Yes. I think the page blenders are pretty nice as well, but we don't go into them. I already showed them in the unpacking videos. I like to focus here more on the Painters Toolbox. So I hope you enjoyed now this video about the Painter's Toolbox, and I hope it helped you how to use the Painter's Toolbox. If you have any question, please come up to my artology.studio Facebook group, and you can ask there whatever question you have. We always try to help you. And of course you can subscribe to my NBK-Design Facebook site. Also, I have a YouTube channel with a lot of videos going on there. And if you like to see some private things from me, like how I cook, how I live, and how I play with my iPad, you can join me on my Instagram page. All the links are in the description box down here in the video, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you will use the Painter's Toolbox now with so much fun. And I like to see your layouts also in my gallery at the lily pad. So you are invited to everything, and yes, I think I've talked now a lot, and have a happy time, and we're gonna see us in the next video. Bye.